What's up, people? Let's plant some sweet potatoes. I'm putting this in my front yard garden area. We have a plan for this area now. It's going to look pretty spectacular hopefully when it's done, but first things first, I got to get these sweet potatoes in the ground. These are sweet potato slips. So sweet potatoes grow differently than regular potatoes. Regular potatoes, you can sprout them and then you put them in the ground and they will kind of grow from the potato up, and they will make tubers along the root stock. And so that's how you get the potatoes. You can just plant one, or you can cut it up, all of the different spots that are sprouting. Sweet potatoes are different. I'm trying to pull this out of here. This thing is stuck. I'm gonna have to pull this out of here. Okay, well, first of all, the best way that I've found to propagate it is to stick like the whole sweet potato, just a regular store-bought sweet potato, into a jar or a cup of water with some bamboo skewers stuck into it. And you can see I change the water often when it gets to this point, that like if you try to take it out, then you'll damage it putting it back in, damage all the little roots and everything. Then I just tip it over and dump out the water and then refill it. So you can see how well it's doing. It's just been in my windowsill and it grows these long things, but each of these, and I'll take this out to show you, but each of these is going to grow a sweet potato. So let me show you that quick. Okay, so you can see looking at it, it doesn't really grow and sprout the same way that a regular potato does. So all in the area that it was in the water, it started sprouting these little tiny plants, and they each have their own little root system. Come on, camera, you can do it. There we go. They each have their own little root system. So I will break each of these off and plant them in the ground. And this is just tilled up dirt, and we tilled probably about 5 or 6 inches down with just a small tiller we have. And then I also have some mix here of some compost, manure, perlite, and some yard sand. My phone is not cooperating at all. Alright, so I will get this in the ground and then I will show you what it looks like when it's done. Let me show you breaking one off quick. Oh my gosh, they're so tangly. So see, you just pull it off. It's rooted all the way at the bottom, so you can see how tall it was growing. So more came off than just one, but see, there you go. And then each of these will grow its own little sweet potato. Alright, so I got all of the sweet potato little slips off of, and that's what they're called, sweet potato slips, by the way. And this is the sweet potato afterwards. There's still a couple little spots that are trying to root, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put this in some more water right up to the very rim, like how I had it, and we'll just see how many more we get off of there. I have probably at least 20 sweet potato slips here. I have my dirt that is in the ground all soaked. I'm going to plant them. I'm going to put the other dirt mixture on top because of course our sandy soil here is not very nutritious for the poor plants. So I'll put that on top, and it'll be fairly loose. You don't want to have very compact soil because of course you want the sweet potatoes to form nice and big, and if they're uniform then it's more easy to cook them, process them, chop them. It's just easier to deal with. So I would suggest tilling or doing them like maybe in a raised bed or a mound where you have some nice soft dirt built up. So let me go ahead and get them in the ground, and then I will show you the finished result. one other tip I want to show you quickly is that when I put these in the tilled up ground, because the sand and the clay and that kind of dirt material is fairly heavy, it settles down pretty compactly. I am not completely covering them with the in-ground dirt. I'm just kind of setting them in and using it to prop them up to be slightly upright. And I'm keeping a, fairly good distance in between so that they can hopefully grow good sweet potatoes. And now I'm going to lay down the other dirt on top of this and make sure obviously that all the roots are covered and everything. Alright, this is the finished result. I tried to put the ones that are longer vines on the outside so that they can be reaching out, and then the smaller ones are on the inside so they can bush up a little bit more. There are some really tiny ones back there. Now all of the roots are covered. They keep trying to flop over a bit. I'm going to come back and water this all in, and then I will see if I need to add any more dirt on top of it. But either way, once it starts getting really hot out, these probably will need to have a good layer of mulch on top of them so that they can stay cool. And also, as I said, the dirt that's underneath is going to compact when it rains and as it gets watered. So these have maybe about an inch of the dirt mixture that I made on top of them, but they will need some more in order to be able to produce, really good potatoes. So I will keep you updated on how these turn out and how these go. This area gets fairly good sun. You can see part of it's getting a little bit shady now. It gets a lot of direct sun in the morning. So I hope they will be happy here. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know if you've tried to grow sweet potatoes. And these were, these were organic sweet potatoes that I bought at the store, but they were just store-bought in a bag of sweet potatoes. And I just stuck it in some water in the windowsill, and then they grow these little babies. So thanks guys for watching. I hope that you're all staying safe and having a wonderful quarantine wherever you are. And have a wonderful day, everyone.